President of the Land Park neighborhood in Sacramento, Stephanie Duncan, and the Republican leader in the California State Assembly, James Gallagher. Thank you both for coming on. Stephanie, to you first. This is about the Target thing, right? So Target, they're being threatened by the city. They're going to fine them. They're going to charge them with public nuisance because they're calling the cops when their store gets ripped off. The Nicole Castronovo, criminal defense attorney, says, quoting, now the government seeks to silence those retailers and in turn manufacturers lower crime rates. No citizen should ever be penalized for lawfully calling upon its government for protection. But they're saying quit calling the cops, because if you call the cops, the crime rate's going to go up and we're going to look bad, Stephanie.
Yeah, doesn't that sound ridiculous? Why would, we as the community never want our city or any other entity telling people not to report crime. The Sacramento Police Department is understaffed. We understand that. Right. But we want all crime to be reported so that we can get that accurate count so police can know where crimes are taking place in order to allocate resources accordingly. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Assemblyman Gallagher, what do you say about this? Because it's one of those things where the rest of the country is watching this thinking, what is going on in California?
Yeah, it's really sad, Trace. Here in California, we've seen crime increase exponentially in every city. This is not just in Sacramento. It's not just in Oakland. It's in every city in California. It's because of bad policy. Gavin Newsom is out there lying, saying that crime has gone down, when in fact he just got fact check on that earlier today when the stats came out, the real stats came out on Oakland. But it's also because people don't feel inclined to report crime, because they know there won't be penalties. And, right. Now in these, we're seeing people could face liability if they do. There was a bill actually here where they were going to punish employees of stores if they stopped people from stealing from the store.
We did that story, yeah. And you were talking about this whole thing. So Gavin Newsom's press release, just to get our audience up to speed, this is June 11, 2024. Recent data released by the Oakland Police Department that reports a 33% drop in crime compared to the same time last year. The National Review headline follows up saying, quote, Oakland crime drop touted by Newsom, local Dems based on faulty data. The San Francisco Chronicle backs up that, saying Oakland has been publishing misleading crime data for years. I mean, Stephanie, your state is cooking the books on crime and lying to you about crime numbers.
Right. And then we've also had propositions that have passed. 10 years ago, we had Proposition 47, which was deceivingly called the Safe Neighborhoods and Schools Act, which actually reduced consequences for crime. So we've got crime being reclassified. And then when businesses and residents have experienced over and over people not being punished for crimes, that in turn causes them not to report it, and it really skews those numbers.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, is Assemblyman. There is clearly rewards for the state to lie to their citizens.
Exactly. And this is exactly how Gavin Newsom wants it. He wants to continue to distort. Just last week, he was trying to lie about the proposition that is going to be on the ballot that will change this. We'll actually bring back penalties for crime. We bring back penalties for fentanyl drug dealers, poison peddlers in our community. But Gavin Newsom likes to distort the numbers. He likes to take advantage of the fact that people aren't reporting crimes or that we're reporting crimes differently than we used to. Instead of about the real facts, and crime is up across this state. It's a terrible situation for our communities. And it makes us all feel unsafe. Yep.
And when you're penalized for reporting crime, something is wrong in the system. James Gallagher, Stephanie Duncan, thank you both. Meantime, it's